with another Doki Doki Literature Club gameplay. And this is part 2. And I decided to restart the entire game because the footage I exported was deleted because I was bonkers. Actually, not really, because, you know, footage I exported wasn't even found, so I couldn't find it. Anyways, it's time. Oh, I accidentally clicked new game. I didn't meant to load it. Load here. So let's do K. Let's show this one. Vertigo. Set. I mean, yeah. I like how it's uncanny. I like how I just picked these so much series words. Color, alright. Tears. Heart. Universe. I mean, I like that, cause, yeah. And massacre? Yeah. I mean, that word. Lust. Defeat, pain, unstable, grief. There we go. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable over here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Ader! Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all! I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why that? All of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Ah! Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. And then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair! How do you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money, so that would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? That's unexpected. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. Ah! I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Later to let me borrow some money! That's... Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough to retribution. Did I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept that retribution. Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Yeah, you have a point. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. What? You wouldn't have come before for the cupcakes. So I have to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, Give me more credit than that, Sayori. Wow, ouch. Yeah, out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
Ow! What was... A cookie!
Sure enough, there's a giant cookie wrapped in a plastic bag. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution?
Retribution.
Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you! I'm so happy!
Sayori hooks the cookie. Jeez, just eat it! Sayori rapidly opens the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good!
Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue! Ow! You're going through a lot over just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, she has a point.
But yours is chocolate! Yeah, why did I give you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki. It wraps her arms around her.
Jeez. I get it.
The cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down, takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Oh wait, what? Spacebar.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Awful. Sayori trots for his safety. You're in and laugh as well. Well, that's funny.
Jeez! You're just a kid sometimes.
Well, because of her hairstyle and her design, yeah.
Monica? Can you tell Sayori...
Natsuki glances around. Monica is in a club room.
Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
That's right. I don't even know. I don't know what's her phone number.
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either. I don't know what's her phone number, though.
That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me?
Suddenly, the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica just is in a club over her boyfriend after all. You were so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. It's just weird to see her say that. What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. When I heard the bell rang, at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I was unaware you played music as well, Monica. I don't. Really? It kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool!
Yeah, I'm speaking in girly voice, and this has felt a little bit wrong.
You should probably something for us, Monica.
Monica looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
And why is she the only one who's staring directly, while the others
wasn't?
Natsuki's close though. Like, yeah, this one close.
Yay!
That sounds cool. I also look forward to it, considering I love like piano instrumental musics when I'm listening to epic orchestra musics. Yes, it's true.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Ader.
Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck!
Thanks! So I didn't miss anything, did I?
No, not really. Oh, except the other part. I just through Sayori's mischievous escapade. I was sure Natsuki will end up completing her anyway. I didn't mean to say escape. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book and Natsuki disappeared to the closet. Okay.
Either!
Huh? Sayori suddenly comes up to me. That's rare.
I'm gonna get some supplies for another classroom. Want to come with me?
Supplies? What for?
Well, you know how the festival's coming up. Me and Monica were mix some posters and stuff. So I need to find some crayons and markers and glue sticks.
Ah, I see. Sure, I'll go with you. I think this is like the rare chance.
Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Ah, are you going with Ada to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'll be happy to go with him. Aw, but I wanted to go. So much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find any poster paper too. Okay? Okay! Ready, Ada?
Yep, let's go. Alright, Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and explores, skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm talking to a kid to the mom or something. Yeah, Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature.
Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry.
Is that so? Yep.
Yup. We're gonna do a poetry performance.
A performance? Of what kind?
Well, everyone's gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems.
Ah, that sounds kinda dull.
Either! You're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like you said the lines of poems like, between my feet, the last reading flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing from its clinging roots. Try to sing the final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what ends I have summoned this joy? From now on, when I look into every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland! Like that!
Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but is it possible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that?
You meanie! I'm working super hard on this, you know?
I know. I just meant that it's pretty on an ordinary contrast to your cute self.
Don't say that. It's embarrassing. I guess that means I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, I guess so.
So excited! The festival is gonna be so much fun!
Sayori spins herself around the hallway again.
Hey, Ada, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission.
The mission? Eh. It's been a long time since I spent Sayori. I spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. While the other, I was. She's nothing but the ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hold myself in my room more and more. So going adventure with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow.
Let's see what we have in here. Crayons!
Sayori pulls out a box of crayons off the shelf.
They're the best brand too! They're kind of dirty though.
Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find...
Wait! I'm looking for my favorite color.
Fine. Now at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper.
I dropped one by accident?
Oh, ouch! Kia! Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. Ouch! She falls to the floor and crayons spill all over her lap.
Ow! Wow!
Ouch! Ouch! You okay?
My forehead!
Sayori clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayori! That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull out of her closet. have to move your hands, Sayori.
But it hurts!
Just do it for a second. Oh my gosh, a bump. Sayori releases her hands from her forehead. Is that a swell? I gently brush her bangs to the side.
Ow!
Sorry. There's a huge rim mark at the center of the forehead. That's a swell. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up so much. I should find you some ice.
Eater!
Where would I find even ice around this time? Ah, I guess a cold drink will do.
You don't have to! I'm fine! Babe, looking like a unicorn!
Even when singing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke.
What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay.
I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out to the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? Doesn't really matter since it'll be used as an ice pack rather than the drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. I'm gonna make this 2 hours long just to finish it in 3 parts. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She only has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box.
At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them.
Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice.
It's nice and cold.
Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori! What are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot!
Ah, sorry, I forgot.
How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head.
It stings.
Just bear with it. You'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good.
Hey, Eater. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it?
Eh? What do you mean?
You know, how we used to play outside all the time. I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or somehow had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. And you would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blame yourself and afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it wasn't really your fault at all, you know?
Did I really do that?
Yeah, you don't remember?
Come think of it. Maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my gaze that I didn't pay enough attention to you. You know, so in a way, it was my fault. Kind of this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have to hit your head.
Peter, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You really are a sweetheart.
Don't call me that! And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for too long. For so long, I meant.
Really? Maybe you're right. Either. I'm so glad nothing's changed between us. Do you think you'll be like this forever?
Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll end up. We'll each end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so, Sayori. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up.
I'm so happy.
Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. You remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her.
I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know?
Good luck with that. She's gonna see her forehead either way.
Not if I hide it under my bangs.
Good one. Sayori hops to her feet.
Ah!
She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after you're hurting yourself.
Ah!
Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Okay. Sayori places her bangs trying to hide a bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room.
Ah, you're back! Good timing. I was about to ready to start sharing with poems. Eh? Sayori, your forehead.
She's fine, don't worry about...
I was playing with the crayons to smack my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway, we're able to find everything we need. I have it right. Eh?
Sayori frantically glances around herself.
I forgot all of this stuff.
Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper too.
Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Eater.
Ah, well, Sayori. I failed to come with an excuse for Sayori.
I made it an adventure.
Yeah, that.
Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems?
Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. I should start with the same way. Let's see. Actually no. Let's start with bottom to top.
Hi again, Eater. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that. Talk's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
Maybe? I wouldn't count on that.
You'll never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. I'll give my poem to Monica.
Alright! It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one you wrote.
Well, that's spoilers!
You two are like the dynamic duo.
That kind of exaggerating it.
Yeah, probably. But you would spend a lot more time with her, even this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy.
I'm not shy. It's just...
I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't get afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. I'm like unapproachable or anything, am I?
No. It's nothing like that. I was stretching my own, arms. I'm just still getting used to being here. That's all.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that.
No, don't worry. I get what you're saying.
Well, alright. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do, too.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Alright. Let's take a look, shall we? Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless of cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise. It won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Yeah. I don't even know how to pronounce that word long. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like a vignette on a pizza crust. And then this poem of meaningless. Load me. Load you? What does that mean? It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never been said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess.
I kind of playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space the words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
Sometimes asking a poem isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When it happens, feel free to save your game! You never know when you might change your mind.
Save the game?
Something that may happen. Wait, is this thing ready?
You're off topic, Monica. Yeah, okay, now I'm saving the game. I'm forced to do it anyway.
What am I even talking about?
I don't know.
That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Alright. Next is Sayori. Well, I know it's bottom to top, but It's regardless.
Either. I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me.
Eh? I'm not hiding anything. I'm just a beginner or something.
But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before.
I mean, you really are the only one who feels that way, so...
Eh? No way. Not even Natsuki.
Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you.
Eh? What?
Stop thinking weird things, idiot! I just mean that you're really a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? You somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things.
Like cooking.
Let's not talk about that. So yeah. I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time.
Eh? I don't know if I understand.
You never understand when I try to explain things to you, don't you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head.
Hey! I'm not a kid, you know?
Are you sure about that?
Maybe.
Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands.
Hey there. Will you give me your poem? I kinda want to keep it.
Huh? Why?
Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me.
Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home.
Really?
Snap!
I broke my pencil.
Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped. But being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me.
Sorry.
It's fine, it's fine. I'll get it for you. Gotta pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches to the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking.
I'm a bit clumsy today.
Let's sit down, Sayori.
Yeah.
I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk.
Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. That's not as good as yours.
Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. Okay. Voice crack. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. Jesus, my voice is just dry now. It's the secret place where I kept all my dreams, like little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. And the bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feels a certain way. I feel like my voice tone feels dead. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow the dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time lapse. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends looking through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open it up and come my friends. They come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf. After one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They're supposed to be for my friends. My friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap! Sayori, did you really write this? What is that face already?
Of course I did! Did I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really touched with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me to understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this. Huh. I hope you keep it up.
Yeah! Writing is the best. I'm going to keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. That's logical. Wonder if this one is one of those times. Wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic.
Alright.
Next is Natsuki. The irritation person.
I like your last one better.
Really?
Well, yeah. I can tell you're a little more daring with this one. But you're not really good enough for that. It fell flat.
That may be true, but I just want to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. My voice.
I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or adding more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through the
What?
Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meanings, just an excuse to have no meaning at all.
I guess that's one way to look at it.
Well, everybody has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best option, so I'm sure you figure it out already. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something.
Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried to not let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. One of her friends starts to like spiders too. That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. I'm gonna tell everyone. Mate, if you just ignore them anyway, let them do what they love.
Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's, but it's good.
Yesterday was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that this is the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. It helps people to realize how stupid they are being. Like anyone would agree the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course, it's about everything everyone thinks might. That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be an easy relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of people find out, they make fun of you, or they think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares if someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone, and it makes them happy? If I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of people can too.
It's what I do best, after all. I don't like running unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. She's like a teaser.
And last one, Yuri.
Let's see what you're reading for today.
Yuri says a poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
Peter, how do you pick this up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques we're practicing.
Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty.
I'm not used to this.
Used to what?
I don't know!
It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes to collect her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her.
Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. Probably sounds really stupid. But seeing someone motivated by my writing just makes me really happy.
Are you saying that you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it.
I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me.
Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today?
Yeah, I do. If it's with you.
It happened in the dead of night, while I was slicing a bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. While I aware that a raccoonist is fed will always come back for more, the enticing beauty of my cutting knife was a symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its face and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens my eyes with my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, flesh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions into the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Now wait, what?
I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can relate to that. It's a little more metaphorical. I don't know if this is my fault, but I can begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah. If I take it as a face value, then I can't even figure it out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to their own way. When it expressed it feels the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Huh? That's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About some being ridiculed for a strange interest?
Eh? She did?
Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter as what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody.
She's right! I mean, does she really feel that way?
Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common.
That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose it's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that.
Don't worry, I'm back. I'm just fully better now.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, everyone! We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about a festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well in last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working in posters, and I have designed some pamphlets that we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us that we were actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're going for a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting in all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori, who's been covering a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that kind of a bad idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I did sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I can never, in my life, do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys, no, Sayori. I understand what they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri never shared a post with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's not to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room of full people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. You're the only responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, and it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun! That's right! And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? Inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. I know you do. I know we all do. And if it all takes standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. People can try anyways, whether they're improving or not. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. And the least we can do is help them out a little bit. At least we tried.
Well, maybe, but...
Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get over it. Alright! Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Yuri dejected the glasses around and everyone else expectant faces.
I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri! This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh.
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want to each of you choose a poem of yours. I'm going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica! This is too sudden! Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how would you expect to do it in front of strangers?
Oh, good one!
Oh no! Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see.
Monica Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Why did I mispronounce so much? Is this something she's done before, or is she simply natural? I gotta lower the volume in case it's too loud. I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has a tense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are we ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next! What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden!
Yeah, like a lever just switched up into her. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands, stands up. I think my poem will be The Raven, because of inspiration. Putting her head down, she walks over to the podium.
This poem is called...
Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri. It's called Afterimage of a Crimson Eye.
Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? That's right! She's learning! As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she tosses in the streets with the perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she was bewildered and even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'll first start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we gave Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
Looks like Yuri's down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
So Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Trying to think of it like you're acting like you're reacting to other people. Imagine you're reacting to it to yourself, like in front of the mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone. I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori!
Even Ader liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean?
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be the other poems that wouldn't work quite as well with it kind of delivery.
I burped. Yeah, because I eat.
I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean! Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. And next time, I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay! Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Ader. It's not like if I could compare it to you guys anyway. I might as well let Ader lower everyone's standards before I have to do it. Natsuki!
It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get over with it. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. This will make you feel terribly awkward. Or recite my poem. Hell yeah, I'm gonna say it. This poem is called The Raven. Yeah, the inspiration from The Raven and Edgar Allan Poe. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once finished, I receive applause anyway. Sorry if I'm not really good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that will improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she is still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her scene.
That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd be better to not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I can put in whatever face I want for other people. Well, it's just my friends. It's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I would think it would be the other way around for me.
Yeah. For me, I'll be the middle.
Well, that's just how...
Okay, that's just... yeah. That's unexpected.
That's just how it is, so...
Yeah, I joined the DLC fandom. Because, you know, I know the storyline, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Well, I guess in that case, you wouldn't have much to worry about for the festival.
I'm acting like I'm new to this game because spoilers ahead.
That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you will be reciting.
Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too! It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting this all effort for the club. It makes you really happy.
Yeah. No problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish playing tomorrow, and then we'll have a weekend to prepare. Monday is a big day. I can't wait! I can do this.
Yuri's just having like an identity crisis. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same as dogs using Miss Yuri and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's safe for the club, and impressing Monica, then I have to do my best.
Ready to go?
Alright, ready to go, Sayori?
Yup! Look at you two! Always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice, though.
Well, we were neighbors since we were kids. How am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Ader. Don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's just go already. I'll walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home.
Hey, Sayori. Oh, sorry. I was spacing out.
No wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So let's say that one day Yuri has to walk home with you.
Hold up, let me just check the time. Oh, it's just long. Huh? Well,
What would you do?
what kind of question is that, Sayori? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, I accidentally picked the first option. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri?
Eh? What? She's so beautiful and smart.
Jeez, I already see her in a club every day, my friend. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. Wouldn't just ruin that for you.
You're so silly, Ada. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri deserves it if she wanted it, so...
Sayori, I already made up my mind. I really can't figure her out sometimes.
Sorry.
Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen anyway? The conversation trails off. It's kind of weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I wanted to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Time will only tell, so... You know what? Let's just make it quick. I like it all cheering at the same time. I just straight up... Yeah. I just spam click so much, like... Hold up. Like... or like that.
Oh man. I'm the last one here again.
Don't worry, I just walked into... I just got some sort of traffic.
Were you practicing piano again? Yeah.
You must
have a lot of determination. Starting this club and not picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't all for you. And I'm super happy that you're all running to help out for the festival too. Ah, I can't wait for the festival! It's going to be great! Eh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of a festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food.
You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden.
Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on! Are you saying that you don't like squid? You? Of all people? Eh? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you, of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. What? Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation.
But that made me that made me laugh. That made me burst out laughing.
Never mind.
What was that joke, Natsuki?
Let's just focus on the fan for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me.
Where's Sayori anyway? Oh, there she is. Oh, there you are. There, Sayori's sitting at the desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walked over to her. Hey, Sayori. I waved my hand in front of her face.
Eh?
You're spacing out again.
Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else.
Huh. Is everything alright?
Of course. Why would it be?
It just feels like you're a little bit off. Sorry for assuming things.
Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine. See?
Sayori shows me a big smile.
Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone.
Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she hasn't noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a long time together. I timidly approached Monica, who was shuffling through some papers at her desk.
Hey there, what's up?
Hey, this might sound a little bit strange, but... have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently?
Anything up with her? In what way do you mean?
Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a little bit downcast today.
anything about her.
Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down on her desk.
Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Ada. You can certainly know her a lot better than I do.
Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that I bothered her. But in this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask you if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now.
No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members. You know? And now maybe I'll try talking to herself.
Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone.
Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time at bringing it up with a person of interest.
Person of interest? What do you mean by that?
I'm saying that, but maybe that thing on her mind is you, Ada.
Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion?
Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? She's been so much happier ever since she joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her.
What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been.
You're so funny, Ada. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her so cheerful?
She has a point. And outside, people always being cheerful, but on the inside, you really know what it is. But if you don't, then you'll find out in another hour.
Because that's just how she is when she's around you.
Yeah, why I say another hour? Because I'm gonna make this one 2 hours long.
I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should forget. Just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her. So try to think a bit about it for now.
Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me to not worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her, and I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Yeah.
Okay, everyone!
After some time passes, Monica calls out the club room.
Why do we share our poems now?
Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make everyone eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Let's start with Monica, and then all the way up to Sayori, cause conclusions.
Hi, Ada! Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival?
Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it will turn out great. It also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem.
Sure. Monica, take the poem. I'm holding it in my hands.
It's kind of funny.
How so?
No, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how your poems and Sayori's poems have been getting more and more similar to each other every day. I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. And again, you're probably spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you?
I guess you can say that. We always match together. Although we kind of grew up as best friends, I haven't seen as much of her this past year. But since I joined the club, we're spending a lot of time together again.
I see. That reminds me about how Sayori's been a little bit off today.
Yeah? Did she tell you something?
Well, Ada, you haven't been flirting with her, have you?
Of course not! Why would I do that to her? I've been treating her like I always do.
Alright.
I was going to say I had the voice crack, lol.
Alright. Just making sure. I know how much you care about her. It would be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her. So you've always been acting so much happier ever since you joined the club? What could have happened all of a sudden? Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright?
Alright. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells a lady who wanders earth. The lady knows everything. A beautiful day who has found every answer, a meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. I meant the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky, until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall even more, gentle as feather, a dry gill expressionless. But the hand catches me between the thumb and the forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. Looking at her eyes, I find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I'm thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There's no meaning. There's no purpose. We seek with only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. With a breath, she blows me back afloat in a gust of wind. This is something that would foreshadow in the long run.
You know, I feel learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical.
Okay, don't pronounce it, because I'm off tone today.
Philosophical or anything. But it was kind of off my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. I never really put much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
You know, there's one more thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy.
Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't have anything to write about, would we?
I don't know.
Humans are two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone.
You mean one-dimensional?
Yeah, that! Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid that it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you what your writing is good, okay, or bad, they want to focus more on everything that went into it and then the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own literature club, don't you think?
A portable one, yeah.
That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Alright. Yeah, I'm recording this one, but I don't care, because I need to finish the first act. Next is Yuri, from bottom to top, for real.
Well done, Hater. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this, it's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I needed to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think.
I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore, but it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's fun getting to know everyone and their writing, and I guess doing some writing myself.
Well, have you learned about anything about yourself, Ader?
Eh?
Well, you know how I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself? And then in the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. Me and my opinions are just opinions, you know? As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself.
That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another.
Eh? Why me?
Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share.
Is that so?
Yuri thinks a good for a good minute.
That must be terrible.
Eh?
For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me.
Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion.
I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it.
Overthinking?
Being disliked.
Yuri.
What am I saying? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on.
Alright. Do you want to share your poem now?
Okay. Here.
Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. Under the clean blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but beneath the grey rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can build only a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? On the sudden wave send you crashing down on the blink of an eye. Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle, yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my piece to erode at the shore. Drift forward and I return to Earth forevermore. I guess you snap back to reality, huh?
I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it.
You say that you didn't even want to write about it?
Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, well, it's amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other's. Yeah. It's supposed to be better compared to the differences in our writing styles or thought process. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she wanted to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while.
Yeah, I think I have to agree. Thanks for sharing. Alright, next is Natsuki. I almost clicked Sayori for a second.
This one's alright.
Alright.
Well, yeah, it doesn't blow me anyway. But there's nothing I really hate about it. It's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. Come to think of it, this reminds me of a Sayori's poem from yesterday.
Eh? You think so?
Yeah. Well, I guess you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type.
Sayori has a type all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
That's a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she'd probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way.
Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here.
I'll be your beach. Same topic as Yuri! Now I get it now. Alright. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today, I have a special place. A beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight. A sea that sparkles with a brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away for the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydreamed about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart beat. Let's burr in a way way that you had left long ago. Okay. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams, and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea. I said wish accidentally. And let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in the footprint trail and set you free in my windy sail. And remember, the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be a beach to watch just your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about every day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way that you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, if you're on beach, you won't escape. You'll learn to love yourself again.
Yeah. I felt like I kept running about negative things, so I want to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome! Kinda hard to write anything negative about a beach.
Well, Yuri's take on it was a little more solemn.
Well, that's... Jeez, she better not have to say anything about mine. She was the one who wanted us to write about the same topic. Can you really see her doing that too? Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I said it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice.
Alright. Now the last one, Sayori. I hope she's okay.
This is your best one so far. It's really nice. Really, really nice, Eder.
Thanks. Sayori, you've been a little quiet. You've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright?
Eh? Of course! Everything is fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today.
Do you want a nap or something?
No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I want to see the smiles on your face.
But that's impossible! Well, alright. Guess I am overthinking too much.
Hey, Eder. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Natsuki. But in the end...
Yeah. I guess you're the one who likes this one the most.
Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else?
Wait! Of course I do! But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have sometimes to put up with me. And I have to sometimes put it up with you. But when we have a wavelength or something, this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori?
No! Eder, I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this?
Sayori is trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden.
If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier.
Sayori! I glanced around the room to make sure nobody else noticed this. Sayori, I've probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She stumbles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile.
It's nothing either. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm going to go home a little bit early today.
Sayori!
Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well today. I'll see you tomorrow.
Well, that's weird. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself.
Okay, you three! We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me or did you say something strange just now? Eh?
Yeah, I'm speaking faster this time, just to make it fast. Because, you know, I'm on like halfway through one. I'm almost like halfway through like 2-hour mark.
Something did sound a bit unusual.
Yeah. You have a point.
That's right. You deviate from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today?
Good question.
Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Saddening here is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen.
In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here.
it seems you're right. So Yuri always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone balances is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on!
She actually wasn't feeling well and went home early. And went home early.
Is that so? Oh, I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovely-dovely.
No! First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it.
Oh.
That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people.
Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine.
What did she say?
Anyway, need to figure the rest of the festival preparation, so...
We don't talk about that. Wow.
Let's decide what will everyone be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them. I mean, different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted! And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. So Yuri will be helping me design them. As for Yuri... Yuri, you can't... Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No! That's not it at all! You're the most talented person here, you know? No, Natsuki's folding too?
Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around.
That may be the case. But I can tell I can also be the leader of my own, so that I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have to be beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere.
Your expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in a focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. You like ambience.
That's great. You'll be wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you there.
I guess the one who is truly useless. I don't even know.
Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It will probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You can always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that.
Is Monica suggesting I spend a weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they gonna respond to a suggestion like that?
I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's gonna give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway.
Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that.
If I can recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you like to handle baking of your own. Ada may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited when searching with decorations. Hold on! I never said that! How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds like you're making excuses for Ada too. What are you saying? It'll be extremely meticulous work. And baking, isn't it? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to you to decide how you would like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gone to the chances to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry.
I mean, she has a point, so...
I was just saying, though. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Hey, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you.
Of course.
Very well.
In that
case...
Everyone looks straight at me. Funk! Monica has a point, so... Monica, clearly, because we hardly spend more time together.
Yeah, you picked me!
I just literally make a dialogue.
Hold on 1 second! Yeah, Monica, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. But I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. Perina was the one who... it doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him to picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monica. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club. Monica, shouldn't let ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What were you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this would have been made such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monica. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, you know.
Jesus, this is so much arguments.
We won't do as good of a job as you make us work alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the call, Monica. If we want our event to succeed, then we need to properly distribute our resources. So are you going to do the right thing, President? Okay. I get it. It's technically most logical for Ada to help one of you two. So, I guess that's what we'll do.
I'll pick Yuri. Middle. I'll be probably the most useful helping out Yuri.
Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No! I was just saying. So you'll be helping Yuri then, Ada?
Yeah, friends. That's what I'm going to do, my friend.
I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sort of things. So I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, you'll be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay.
Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So is that everything we need to go over?
Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to a little bit. You feel the same way, Ada?
Me? I guess I could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out, because time is the only thing that tells us.
That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki! What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all.
Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room.
I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Ada picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do with the event will compare that to. So, I get it. I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know, I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad.
Natsuki isn't the one who's only surprised. Monica and I also are taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her comfort zone. But I began to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I could tell she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves.
No, I can't appreciate it. Sorry for making a big deal of nothing. I'm gonna say this. You better bet my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you.
I speak so fast now that I feel like I'm singing, like, not really.
Yep, I believe it. Yeah! I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then.
Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out of the door as they chat between each other. I turn around.
Sorry. I realized I don't have any way to contact you. This weekend.
Oh, you're right. I can't believe I slipped my mind though. Should I give you my phone number, Yuri?
I think that would be the best way. Yes.
Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers.
Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday.
My house?
Is that a problem?
No, not at all. I just thought I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you.
I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think that we prefer going to your house.
Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. Besides, to not press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope to manage to make myself useful in some way. I'm not really as creative as you are.
Don't underestimate yourself, Ada. I think we'll make a productive team. Even if you only choose between me because you felt bad or something?
Wait! You don't actually think that, do you?
I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me.
You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I choose to help you because that's what I want to do.
What?
Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out that when you're overthinking, right?
Eh? I didn't realize.
I'm telling you what I want to do. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while.
I believe you.
As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression.
I'm really looking forward to Sunday.
Yeah. I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out of the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this! Yuri's going to be coming to my house on Sunday? My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we were outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this a chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I'll be able to take my mind out of it. I seriously can't wait. Just about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's like we text each other all the time or anything. But I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Seeing what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need it for me? I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I'm simply to her, I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I will knock the door before entering myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her bedroom. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head her up to her bedroom where I can finally find her. Sayori?
Hi there.
I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us.
You haven't come over like this in a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is messy as it always has been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she had for years now.
If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess.
That's because I end up cleaning it for you.
How come you suddenly want to come over today? Are you supposed to see Yuri today?
Yeah, but... Wait, how do you know that? Sayori already had left by the time we decided the last meeting.
Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right?
Ah, that's true. What about you? Aren't you gonna helping Monica today?
Of course! But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything.
Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then.
Yep.
There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you do. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head.
That's no good, either.
Eh?
Why can't I just be like this always has been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you two would have been worried about, and you wouldn't be worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me.
Sayori! I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
Sayori gives me an empty smile.
You really put me in a trap, Ada. But you were wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time.
Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori?
You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Ada? I guess I have no other choice this time. The thing is, I have a really bad depression my whole life.
What?
Did you know that?
I didn't, but that's existential crisis.
Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. That's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me.
Oh my gosh, I'm in shocked. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want it so badly for me just to not think about her? Why, Sayori?
Eh?
I didn't know you had existential crisis. Yes, it is because I'm gonna research that. Hold up. An existential crisis, by definition, refers to the semblance of feelings and questions we have to do with the meaning of and purpose of our life. Yeah. It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was to tell me.
You don't understand at all, Ada. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you wouldn't have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels so bad being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone happy together is the best thing for me. But then, I discovered something else too. See you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club. Feels like a spear going through my heart. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt.
You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. And have to.
No, Ada. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing I could help is if everything could always like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am.
Tears streaked down Sayori's face.
I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too.
And yeah, I'm trying to pretend like she's crying.
I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. That's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one.
Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pulled her into a tight embrace.
Either.
Sayori, I don't care if you had existential crisis. I need you to overcome it. And I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. I like those mad dialogues. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I would have any other way.
Either.
Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remains at her sides. She starts talking this to me.
No! Don't do this to me! Please don't do this! Either.
Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. But all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have anything to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, Then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return.
I don't know about anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings later. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too.
Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun, right?
Yeah.
How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise.
I think that would be nice then.
Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend... I burp accidentally. The whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel.
No, don't! Please don't! If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you.
You have existential crisis, Sayori. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It'll be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head.
I'm sorry. I don't think that would be very good for me today. You understand, right?
It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest.
It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. I don't know, Sayori! Yeah. After the depression Sayori had, I realized she had existential crisis. Yeah. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri's about to come over too. I think Sayori's right. I should be worrying about too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel the moment of panic. Yuri!
Thank goodness.
You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time?
No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell.
You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried on more on my way home.
I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason.
It should be more common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside, shall we? I've recorded this one for like almost 2 hours. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you.
That's right. And you did manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well.
Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right.
I'm sure it will be fine.
Take Yuri into my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious.
It's so clean.
Yeah, I cleaned it before you came over, so...
That's very considerate of you to do.
No. I would really be embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here.
Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean.
That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there! I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was the process of opening a desk drawer of mine.
I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out.
It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both her hands firmly in her lap, as to make sure she was keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Because I would love to.
Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations under atmospheric enhancements.
Atmospheric enhancements?
You know, mood lighting, after map therapy candles.
Oh, wow! I didn't know you planned on it taking that far.
Of course.
Yeah.
And to help to take our guests to a faraway place, although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more.
That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person.
Intense?
I guess that's the best way to put it, huh?
Is that a bad thing?
No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually.
Is that so? That makes me feel relieved, and I'm kind of happy.
Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little.
Relax. I bought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Let's see.
Yuri reaches through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object.
I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows and backpaper and use the candles to light the room. I think that'd be amazing, don't you?
Yeah, that'd be really neato. What's the wooden thing, though?
Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with the aromatherapy?
Not familiar at all.
Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributions to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic.
Yuri takes the cylinder, pushes the switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on top. Wow, that smells wonderful! What kind of mood is that one for?
This is jasmine. This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right?
Yeah, that's spelled bloomy. That's a good way to describe it.
I choose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body.
And I'm speaking so fast right now.
You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that will be perfect for sharing our poems?
It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearing and enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for?
Well, did you purchase the original paper or origami paper I asked you to get?
Yeah, have it over here.
You won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We need about 100 of them.
Oh, oh yeah? What will this be used for?
Well, I'm going to cut the pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper into the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some people to peek inside.
That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri.
Is that so? Well then, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it.
Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or she's more relaxed with it just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys.
Here's a marker reader. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting ribbons.
Ah, alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of ribbon to his desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate personal waves attached to it. But itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy.
Ah, well...
Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it?
Your good thing is weird.
Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each of their own, you know, unless if I'm not thinking.
If you promise, you won't be weirded out.
Yeah, I guess I promise, but unless if I broke it.
Alright. Thing is, I'm kinda into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it! I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger? Maybe. Oh, what am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me.
No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just, I had the same obsession as well, though, like a sword obsession. It's interesting to be into, I guess. And I like how I just added some dialogues. But I think it kind of suits you.
Suits me?
Yeah, the blue or purple hair, I don't even know. Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny it.
It is, isn't it?
Yuri relaxes her expression once again.
Would you like to hold it?
Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? It's pretty rare, but it's artificial. Curious with sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow!
Peter! Why did you do that?
I didn't expect it to be that sharp. Jesus. I barely touched it at all.
It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no.
A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. Okay. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instantly pull my hand back.
Oh! Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking.
Yuri lowers her hand, her face burning up. Yuri,
that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry.
Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise. But I guess she was trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? Funk it. This might be stupid to do, but I'll do it anyway. I'll take Yuri's hand and lick her in return.
Either! Did you just really do that?
Now we're even, instead of odd now.
No.
Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now.
You're so weird, Ader.
Eh? You're calling me weird? No, I have no response to that.
Where do you keep your bandages?
I don't think I need one actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding.
I see. That is relieving.
The tension is quickly lifted. We resume of our respective activities. Watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. You will continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. Looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. Looks great! Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri.
Thanks! It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move to the next task?
Yeah, let's do it. What will you have in mind?
I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets.
That's right, I have a paint tablet. One of those items Yuri asked me to buy when I was a kid, watercolor paint tablets.
We need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us?
Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute.
Thank you very much. Oh, just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it'll be too diluted.
Taking Yuri's advice, inside a small plastic bag of cups rather than a full-size glass. I burped so much. Then on the plate to catch any paint that drips. Then bring it back to my room. Yuri?
Yes?
I come to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back to over to her. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything?
No, not at all. There's something wrong, so let's mix the paint.
Yeah, let's do this, shall we? Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into cups.
So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for the sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspiration quote across the banner. You can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom.
Neato. Yeah, I like to say neato back in my days. What are you going to write anyway?
Well, it would be more fun to surprise you.
Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on the opposite sides so that we don't look at each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of the different colors across the banner serve as color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on the banner with watercolors feels like all the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing.
I'm sorry if this feels too childish.
No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know?
Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too.
Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself.
For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I spend time with one other person, even if it's something simple like reading. It doesn't even matter if you talk too much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit better, a little bit nicer.
I felt like I mispronounced much words today.
I think that's all it takes for me to be happy.
Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she is coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy.
I think they feel
The same way. Yuri smiles gently.
I knew you would understand.
Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush. I move at the same time, causing my hand to bump into hers.
Yeah! Sorry!
Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt?
No, I'm not hurt. You just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I shouldn't ask you to get it for me.
It's not your fault. Ah, your face! There's the droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck.
Is there something on my face?
Yeah, I actually got paint on you. Sorry if it's totally my fault. I get a towel right away. I try to fetch the soil towel and dampen it with hot water. Raymond kneeled back down in front of her. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is there something wrong?
It's hot. I just didn't expect it.
Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to protect my hand. But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist.
Wait!
Eh?
Just for a little longer. It feels really nice.
I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. He looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression I recognize from where she reads in her books. It's almost if she lost in daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. Oh, I screenshot. I meant to click click tap F11.
I didn't mean to space out.
It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movement seems clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, force her to ignore the event that just happened. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it! I finished filling the night sky with white dots like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty natural and looking.
I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results.
Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now?
Not yet. It needs to dry first.
That's true, but
won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here. Then you have to bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay?
That's totally fine.
Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that you got sober? Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit?
No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done.
I see. I am too. I was just a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon.
So you don't have any time left? I'm certainly hoping you'll make extra time after finishing the work.
Well,
You're thinks to herself.
I think it'd be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well.
It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker.
No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing's that we got everything done, right?
Yeah.
So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything.
Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walked her out of the front door.
Thank you very much for having me today.
No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow.
I will. Well then.
Yuri fidgets.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait. I can't say that without thinking. Not today. It's fine if we didn't as much as time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over or we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble on my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, You know what I'm trying to say. So...
You're very thoughtful, Eater.
Yuri takes a step closer to me and then briefly squeezes my hand.
I kind of like that about you.
Well, Yuri! How am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back.
Sayori?
Eh?
Hi, Eater.
Sayori! Just now we weren't...
It's okay, Eater. I stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Aw, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course!
Sayori beams.
Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was really mean to me, so I had to come and see it for myself.
See what? What are you talking about?
You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes you feel really happy. And you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
That's all that matters to me! Why am I feeling this way, Ada? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much.
Again, she's having existential crisis again.
This would be so much better if I could just disappear.
Sayori, don't say that.
It's true, Ada. If I wasn't here, then you would have wasted your sympathy on me. You would have to put it up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just...
Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't a burden of your mind that isn't making out to me. It's something that makes me happy. It's something I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. Especially you're having an existential crisis right now.
But...
Sayori looks away. I pull a hand on her shoulder just to reassure her.
I'm scared, Ada. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. And it's to myself. Either. I like you so much that I wanted to die. That's how I feel. And
yeah, I'm voice acting well. That's enough, Sayori. I don't want to hurt you anymore. I don't want to hurt yourself anymore. I slide my hand down to Sayori's arms and squeeze her hand in my arm. Don't you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? You still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you. Sayori, I love you. Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. So I should have realized it sooner. But spending more time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you're truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I'll know we'll both be happy.
Either.
Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me.
Either. Is this really okay?
Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let me go again.
I love you, Either. I want to be with you forever.
Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a bit.
What is this?
Sayori?
I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now? Why would the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, either.
It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. And it's hard for you that way. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now.
Okay. I trust you.
Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first first date, huh?
Yeah. What are you saying? I think that those things. Don't think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me.
I understand. We'll go whatever pace would suit you best.
Hey, Ada.
Once again, smiling sadly.
Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right?
Eh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori?
I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me, but that's why I wanted to trust you. You know what's best for me.
Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I never felt more certain when it comes to Sayori. Not that I love her and she loves me. I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I kept wondering if it should be doing something more or something different. Yeah, I've recorded this one for that long. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is this what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know, but I know that I'll give everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. Yeah, happy future. It is the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I would be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me to not forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too.
Hi, Ada. You're the first one to be here. Thanks for being early.
That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Yeah, just smell. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that all the poems we were performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing.
I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you.
Yeah, she overslept again. That's dummy. You think that on this days this is important? She tried a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not only for her. I only said it because of the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all.
You should take a little responsibility for her, Ada. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know.
Hanging? What? Exchange? Monica, you know about that?
Of course I do. I'm the club president after all.
But, I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so...
Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think.
Eh? Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that.
Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice.
Yeah, sure. Grabbed one of the pamphlets and laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I flipped through the pages. So each member poem is nearly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized that Natsuki's and Yuri's poems were the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the ones she practiced. It's the one I haven't read before. Get out of my head, get out of my head. Get out of my head! Oh, it's gone chills. Get out of my head before what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything what you said to me. Get out of my head before I show how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But the poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Good one. Ah! What is this? Yeah, good question. Reading the poem, I get a pain in my stomach.
Either? What's wrong?
Ah, nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so...
Ah! Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay?
Alright. I quickly leave the classroom.
Don't strain yourself!
Monica calls that out for me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little harder for Sayori. A little bit harder, I guess. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even a simple gesture of walking to her school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give to her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect any answers since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She's really a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I'd end up doing this after all. Picking her up in her own house? That's really something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room and knock on the door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really didn't want to enter her room like this. But, funk it! Here we go! Alright. This is gonna breach privacy. But, you know what? Funk it! Here we go! Yeah. This is the most disturbing part of the game. Jesus. And to make things worse, it was showed on camera. Ouch. And it's glitching so much. She couldn't handle the deterioration that she had. The audacity. What the heck? What the hell? Now I said it. Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. She couldn't handle the deterioration, man. This yesterday, I told Sayori I'll be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I should have confessed to her. No, you should. It's just something she couldn't handle the mental deterioration she had. It was her torment. It's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? No. It's about the audacity that she just couldn't handle. The existential crisis. How was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked to her school, and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I only had one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Unless if you did a redemption act. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. Unless you made a redemption act, my friend. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. Well, that's sad. Kinda disappointing to see her hang herself to death. And it's glitch. Yup. What the happened to the character? Yeah. And yeah, this is the ending of the video. Yeah, this is Doki Doki Literature Club after all. And I guess I could end this now, so thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, I guess. And see you on the next episode for Doki Doki Literature Club, okay? See ya!